Mapayapang hapon, Pilipinas! Ito po ang inyong balerina ng bayan, si Lisa Macuja Elizalde, na bumabati sa lahat ng nakikinig sa DZRH Radio at sa mga nanonood sa DZRH TV, lalo na sa ating mga kasamahang alagad ng sining at kultura sa buong bansa. Isa sa pinakatanyag na figura sa larangan ng musika sa Pilipinas ay si Professor Andrea Veneracion, isang pambansang alagad ng sining na hindi lamang nagturo ng musika, kundi nagbukas din ng daan para sa pagtataguyod ng choral excellence. Siya ang nagtatag ng Philippine Madrigal Singers at sa kanyang pamumuno, dinala niya ang musika ng mga Pilipino sa mga prestigyosong entablado sa buong mundo. Dahil sa kanyang husay at dedikasyon, ang kanyang alaala ay patuloy nagsisilbing gabay sa mga bagong henerasyon ng mga awit at musikero. Bilang pagkilala sa kanyang mga naiambag sa sining, isinilang ang Andrea O. Veneracion International Choral Festival, isang biennial event na tumitipon ng mga koro mula sa iba't ibang panig ng mundo. Higit pa sa kompetisyon, layunin nitong ipagdiwang ang cultural diversity sa pamamagitan ng musika, while strengthening a sense of community and artistic excellence. Kaya't huwag kayong aalis. Sa hapong ito, samahan ninyo kami sa kalahating oras ng masayang kwentuhan kasama ang mga kinatawan ng Andrea O. Veneracion International Choral Festival. Magbabalik po kami pagkatapos ng ilang paalala.
Programang hatid ay sining at kulturang para sa lahat. Magbabalik ang Art to Art.
Tinesting, sinuri, siniyasan. Ang resulta? Super effective ang Shield sa pagpatay ng bakterya at virus. Shield Antibacterial Soap. Believe ang mga eksperto sa Philippine Nurses Association. At si Mami.
Tiwala ako sa Shield.
Shield Antibacterial Soap. Napatunayang mabisa. Ang mga nurse, tiwala.
Hello, Washi! Laundry day na naman!
Yay! Anong meron?
Mancha ng chocolate, putik, may libag pa.
Kaya natin yan! With Pride Washing Machine Detergent, may triple stain-away formula. Tanggal ang makapit, madikit, at malupit na dumit mancha. Kaya easy-easy ang labada.
Mula noon hanggang ngayon.
All you need is pride. All you need is pride. ACS.
Usapang sining at kultura para sa lahat. Art to Art.
Nandito pa rin tayo sa Art to Art at kasama natin sa hapong ito ang co-festival directors ng Andrea O. Veneracion International Choral Festival na sina CCP Artistic Director Dennis Madasigan at Joey Vargas ng Philippine Madrigal Singers. Magandang hapon, Dennis, Joey, and welcome to Art to Art.
Magandang hapon, Lisa. Mabuti. Nakabalik naman ako dito sa
Welcome
Art to
back
Art.
to Art to Art. Yes, I think ang last guesting mo sa amin was 2008 pa, no? Oo. And of course, Joey, first time mo
This
sa
is
aming
my first
programa.
time,
Yeah,
yes.
okay. Yes, I can tell. Okay, so before we talk about the Andrea Veneracion Choral Festival, let's talk about the national artist mismo, no, of music, Professor Andrea Veneracion. Para sa ating mga viewers and listeners who are not quite familiar with her, could you tell us more about her life at ano ang naging contribution niya sa paglalaganap ng choral music sa Pilipinas?
Si national artist Andrea O. Veneracion ay nagtuturo ng musika sa UP College of Music at doon niya naisipan na ipundar ang itatag. Ang una ay tinawag na UP Madrigal Singers. At kalaunan, nung naging sikat na ang UP Madrigal Singers, ito ay naging isang grupo na hindi lamang sa UP, kundi naging kinatawan na ng ating bansa, naging resident company ng Cultural Center of the Philippines, at tinagurian ng Philippine Madrigal Singers. Hanggang sa kasulukuyan, meron ding mga meron pa rin tinatawag na UP Madrigal Singers na nakabase sa universidad na yun yung mga nag-aaral pa sa UP. Pero
I see.
ang Philippine Madrigal Singers ay meron ng sariling identidad bilang isang independent choral company. Ang pinaka mahalagang malaman doon sa Philippine Madrigal Singers ay kung bakit sila tinatawag ng Madrigal Singers. No? Ang pangunahing mapagkakakilanlan sa kanila, malimit silang umaawit sa pamamaraang madrigal, na ang ibig sabihin ay nakaupo lamang sila at inaawit ng akapela yung mga awitin. Yun ang isang kakaiba sa Philippine Madrigal Singers kesa sa ibang mga choral groups.
I see. Actually, Joey, nabanggit nga na Professor Veneracion founded the international acclaimed Philippine Madrigal Singers at isa sa naging trademark ng MADS ay ang pag-awit habang naka-semicircle at walang conductor. Ano ang significance ng style na ito sa inyong performance and interaction as a choir?
Yeah, actually, sa history ng Philippine Madrigal Singers, right now we have what we call the founding members, and we consider there was this first concert in UP. There are about 17 of them, including Ma'am OA. We call her Ma'am OA. Na noon, ang ginagawa lang daw nila ay pumunta sa library at magkalkal ng mga piyesa. At nakita nila ang mga piyesa ng mga madrigal, Renaissance. Madrigal songs are Renaissance music. Na ang history naman itong madrigal form ay parang, halimbawa, when the community, the guys would go out hunting and they would come back and drink something or eat something while seated. Someone will just distribute music sheets and they will sight sing that moment. And usually polyphonic yung material. So dahil parang kumakain lang, very informal, ito ang tinake na idea ng Philippine Madrigal Singers that every time we perform, we are seated. And we also have this idea of considering the audience as the other half of our circle. So parang ang idiom is that we're singing with you. You're not literally singing, but we have to make sure that you are able to sing with us. So kasama din dito yung konsepto namin ng we must sing from the heart para mas maramdaman ninyo yung aming pagkanta. Kaya din, nawawala yung ideya ng conductor na nasa harapan to break it. Kasi sometimes, of course, or most of the time, ang tendency ng singers, of course, sa isang usual na form ng choral singing, nasa conductor yung attention nila. But the training of the Philippine Madrigal Singers would include making sure that you connect with your audience directly. So that has become a trademark. So anywhere in the world, when you see a number of chairs formed in a semicircle on stage, you would immediately think that it's the Philippine Madrigal Singers performing. Yes.
Ginaya ba ito ng mga ibang choral groups?
We've seen videos of other choirs performing. Also in the Philippines, there had been choirs who performed na nakaupo. Until now, I think there are also other choirs who would perform sometimes nang nakaupo. Pero wala talagang choir na gumagawa na yun na rin yung kanilang style. They can do it sometimes, they want to do it, they want to try doing it sometimes, but no other choir would do it on like a regular, as a trademark.
Yes, trademark talaga.
So it's really the Philippine Madrigal Singers that's unique sa atin.
Kailangan mo kasi, you're very good musicians to be able to sing that way na walang kumukumpas pagkatapos. Ang isa pang masasabi kong trademark ng Philippine Madrigal Singers, hindi sila nakagrupo according to voices. No? Ang ibang mga koro, magkakasama halimbawa ang soprano, ang alto, ang bass, ang tenors. Pero ang Philippine Madrigal Singers, salit-salitan sila, magkakatabi iba't ibang boses. Kaya kailangan talagang magaling
Kung
ka.
kumbaga, talagang bawat miyembro, soloista.
Oo, ganun yun.
Actually po, ang training ng Madrigal Singers, this is a kind of a secret now being revealed.
Okay.
The training is not to train the singers as singers, but everybody is really expected to have what we call solistic singing na kakayahan, but to train each one as a conductor. So kung conductor ka, you're able to interpret the music, to look at it as a whole, not just your part. So while you sing, you know exactly what to do, the way the conductor would interpret it. Yeah.
Okay. Naging guest actually namin sa Ballet Manila ang Mads sa aking final performance.
Oh.
Naalala ko yun sa, it was called Gold, and I was 50.
What was supposed to be your last performance?
It was my last it was my last performance in a classical ballet like role. Anyway, okay. Huwag na tayong pumunta doon. Okay. Dumako tayo sa sa International Choral Festival. So bakit ninyo naisipang gumawa ng isang International Choral Festival bilang parangal kay Professor Veneracion, at kailan ito itinatag at sino-sino ang mga partners at organizers na naging katuwang ninyo dito?
Sa loob ng maraming taon, mga koro ng Pilipinas, lalong-lalo na ang Philippine Madrigal Singers, sumasali sa mga international choral competitions. Ang pinakamalaki noon na competition ng mga choral groups, malaki in the sense, hindi sa dami, kundi parang pinaka-prestisyoso, ay yung tinatawag na European Grand Prix. Yung European Grand Prix, pwede ka lang sumali doon kapag nanalo ka na sa iba pang international choral festivals sa Europa. At marami ng mga Philippine choirs ang nananalo noon sa European Grand Prix. Pero ang Philippine Madrigal Singers lang, ang 2 beses nang nanalo ng Grand Prix. Ibig sabihin, nanalo muna sila sa isang competition. Sa Tolosa yun at saka sa Arezzo. Pagkatapos ay nanalo sila sa European Grand Prix. Yung unang nanalo ito sa ilalim pa ni Professor Andrea Veneracion, nung sunod na sa ilalim ng kasalukuyan nitong conductor na si Mark Anthony Carpio. Kaya naisipan ng Philippine Madrigal Singers, bakit kailangang sa Europa lang may ganyang klase ng competition? Meron na rin namang mga iba't ibang competition na nagaganap sa Asia. Kaya naisip bakit hindi rin magkaroon tayo ng isang competition, international competition na regular. Nagkaroon na tayo dati ng mga international choral festivals, pero yung regular na competition, wala pa. Doon nagsimula yung binhi nitong ideya. Pagkatapos, dahil nga kilala na rin ang mga koro ng Pilipinas sa iba't ibang competition, nagkaroon ng pag-uusap na bakit hindi natin pagsamasamahin, gumawa rin tayo ng Asian Grand Prix. Kaya nung 2017, nagkaroon ng unang Asian Choral
Grand Prix.
Asian Choral Grand Prix, no? At yun na rin yung naging simula ng pagkakaroon ng regular din na Andrea O. Veneracion International Choral Festival. Biennial yung AOV ICF, pero yung Asian Choral Grand Prix, taon-taon. At lumilipat yon doon sa iba't ibang bansa na bahagi rin ng Asian Choral Grand Prix.
Yung Andrea O. Veneracion International Choral Festival was actually started ng 2013. That was, nabanggit niyo ang inyong golden anniversary. 2013 was the Philippine Madrigal Singers golden year. So, kaya that was also the year na sinimulan yung Andrea O. Veneracion International Choral Festival. And then few years later, sinimulan yung Asia Choral Grand Prix.
I see. Okay. Wow. Marami pa po tayong pag-uusapan kasama ang mga kinatawan ng 6th Andrea O. Veneracion International Choral Festival. Dito pa rin sa Art to Art. Magbabalik po kami pagkatapos ng ilang paalala.
Programang hatid ay sining at kulturang para sa lahat. Magbabalik ang Art to Art. Schedule ng mga inaabangang konsyerto. Update sa mga magagandang panoorin sa mga tanghalan at teatro. Narito na ang Art to Art Calendar.
Narito ang ating arts calendar. Sa sayaw, inihahandog ng Ballet Manila ang Don Quixote, ang pinakahuling palabas ng The Pair Year performance season nito sa August 22, 23 at 24 sa Aliw Theater, CCP Complex, Pasay City. Tampok sa pangunahing papel ang mga principal dancers ng Mariinsky Ballet ng Russia na sina Renata Shakirova at Kimin Kim. Ang ballet classic ay nakatuon sa pag-ibig ni na Kitri at Basilio at ang pagbisita ni Don Quixote sa kanilang bayan. Maaring bumili ng ticket sa Ticket World. Sa teatro, magbabalik ang tablado ang award-winning hit comedy musical na Walang Aray ng Philippine Educational Theater Association o PETA. Sa panulat ni Rodi Vera, ito ay isang modernong bersyon ng classic sarsuela ni Severino Reyes na Walang Sugat. Kwento ito ng magkasintahang sina Tenyong at Julia na magaganap sa gitna ng revolusyon ng Pilipinas laban sa mga mananakop na Espanyol. Magkakaroon ng palabas mula August 29 hanggang October 12 sa PETA Theater Center sa 5 Amar Drive, New Manila, Quezon City. Para sa ticket, bumisita sa tickettome.net o sundan ang social media pages ng PETA. Inihahandog ng Stages Production Specialists Incorporated kasama ang Music Artists Incorporated ang Dulang Kaliwaan mula August 22 hanggang 24 at August 29 hanggang 31 sa Mirror Studio Theater. Ang kaliwaan ay pagsasali ni Galan Varela Luarca ng Betrayal ni Harold Pinter. Sa direksyon ni Loy Arsenas, ito'y nagtatampo kina Missy Maramara, Nor Domingo at Ron Kapinding. Matatagpuan ang Mirror Studio Theater sa SJG Building 8463 Kalayaan Avenue, Makati City.
Tinesting, sinuri, siniyasan. Ang resulta? Super effective ang Shield sa pagpatay ng bakterya at virus. Shield Antibacterial Soap. Believe ang mga eksperto sa Philippine Nurses Association. At si Mami.
Tiwala ako sa Shield.
Shield Antibacterial Soap. Napatunayang mabisa. Ang mga nurse, tiwala.
Hello, Washi! Laundry day na naman!
Yay! Anong meron?
Mancha ng chocolate, putik, may libag pa!
Kaya natin yan! With Pride Washing Machine Detergent, may triple stain-away formula. Tanggal ang makapit, madikit, at malupit na dumit mancha. Kaya easy-easy ang labada.
Mula noon hanggang ngayon!
All you need is pride. All you need is pride. ACS.
Usapang sining at kultura para sa lahat. Art to Art.
Andito pa rin tayo sa Art to Art at kasama pa rin natin ang co-festival directors ng Andrea o Veneracion International Choral Festival na sina Dennis Marasigan at Joey Vargas. So, Joey, napanood natin kanina ang isang maikling video clip of a performance of the Madrigal singers. Can you tell us more about that clip?
Kung i-describe, this is the first yung kung paano siya pina-perform. This is how the Philippine Madrigal singers would perform. So you've seen the national artist, Professor Andrea Veneracion, seated dun sa pinakadulo. That's why we also call the title that we use for our conductor is the choir master, because she's like parang the prime. How do you say this? The prime among equals.
Primus inter
Primus
pares.
inter pares. So parang she knows everything, and then what she does lang, what our conductor would do, also with our current choir master now, magbibigay lang ng cue, and then everybody would begin para lang masimulan on time. So what we do is that everything that we need to do with the music, we talk about it sa rehearsals.
Yeah.
Pag actual ng performance, everybody knows what to do na. So gaya na nabanggit ni Sir Dennis kanina, we are seated na nakahiwa-hiwalay. So the soprano would be in between the tenor and the bass, and kasunod ay alto. And parang ang mangyayari, dahil wala kaming conductor, we've also developed a kind of non-verbal communication among the members. So minsan mararamdaman mo na lang may sumisiko, may gumagalaw kapag halimbawa lumakas ka tapos nakalimutan mong mahina pala. So mga ganong klaseng understanding. But individually, you're expected to know exactly what should happen in every part of the music, including kung saan ka titigil. This particular clip that we've seen, I'm not there. It's not yet my time.
Okay.
But by the looks of it, it looks like dahil familiar kami sa, even the new generation would be familiar dun sa year na nagpalit ng conductor. And this looks like that year, ng 2001. It's either the concert kung kailan mismo nagpalit, or maybe it would be probably one of the last concerts that Ma'am OA would lead. So kasi in 2001, that was in July, the second half of the concert, she already asked Sir Mark, the current choir master, to sit sa choir master's
I
chair.
see.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that's it.
At ayaw na ayaw nyo ng katabi kayo ni OA,
Yes.
di ba?
So
Pag ikaw yung
Bakit?
katabi,
I was about to say that. So, no, I've noticed. I enjoyed that seat when I was there.
pag ikaw yung bago at kailangan katabi ka ni OA.
Yes. Kailangan-
Para naririnig niya yung
I see.
Nerve-wracking kasi you expect of course, the conductor to know everything. You idolize the conductor, and then you are seated beside the conductor. So maririnig niya lahat ng hinga mo. Kung mali yung hinga mo, mali yung kanta mo, mali yung nota mo. So we call that seat as the hot seat.
The hot seat.
Yes.
Okay.
But there is a kind of, I've noticed that it's also a kind of an obligation. Kasi bukod doon sa maririnig ng conductor, you have to know the entire flow of the program.
Yes,
Kasi
yes.
sometimes the conductor would forget.
Okay.
So, kung anong sunod na kanta. So,
Ikaw yung bubulong.
yeah.
I see.
You have
Okay.
to know exactly what's happening. So I liked sitting there also. Yeah. So that's
Wait,
it.
so does this translate into more and longer rehearsals pag ganun ang klase ng estilo ng pag-perform?
A lot, this question parang nare-remind ako ng laging tanong ng mga tao kung mahirap ba kasi ang na-experience ng mga choirs na iba, syempre they get stressed out, sometimes na pag-aaral ng music, because there are also, of course, many choirs with new members or a lot of members na hindi pa talaga nakakapag-aral ng music. But with the Philippine Madrigal singers, it's possible to learn music. I don't know how to say this, but it's possible to learn to perform a song like a few minutes or maybe a day before the performance. Na ang expectation mo is to make it appear as if you studied the
Yes.
music for a long time. Because I think the standard, you already know that the standard has been set
Yes.
by
yes.
giants in the past. It has been set too high. So parang pag pumasok ka, there is an expectation that you already have a kind of musical
Yeah.
sensibility na mas mataas. I mean, that's the expectation. Kailangan bawat isa ay nakapag-aral on your own. So what we usually do sa rehearsals, ang pupuntahan lang ng conductor ay yung may hirap na parts ng piyesa. There will be a lot of times that you won't hear the entire song being rehearsed. So ang i-rehearse lang ay yung certain difficult parts, or pakikinggan and then correct some parts, and then the next time you'd probably hear it will be during the performance.
I see.
So
Okay.
that happens.
May clear akong kwento. May recent experience ako kasama ng Philippine Madrigal Singers na ang palabas magaganap ng alas 9 ng umaga. Nagre-rehearse kami ng alas 7:30 ng umaga. Pagkumpas ng konduktor, iba yung may orchestra, iba yung kinakanta ng Mads. Yun pala, mali yung pyesa na napadala.
Ah, wow.
Kaya biglang tinuro yung 32 bars nung kanta na yon. At kinanta ng Mads na binasa lang yung pyesa. At hindi mo mapapansin na nun lang umaga na yun nila. Pinag-aralan yung 32 bars na yun.
Wow.
Tapos ang nangyari pa, kasi memoryado na nila yung ibang bahagi ng kanta, nakabukas yung pyesa no, sa 32 bars na yun. Pagkatapos ng bars ito, sabay-sabay nilang sinara. Pagkatapos dire-diretso kumanta. Akala mo bahagi ng palabas yun.
Style.
Okay.
Kasi bago ka makapasok sa Mads, kailangan magaling na yung musicality mo to begin with.
Yeah. When I was still performing, I remember going on a provincial concert, and then we met sa UP College of Music. Pagsakay namin sa bus, our company manager went around distributing a score. And the concert was in the evening. So, habang nagbabiyahe, we were expected
Ito, pag-aralan nyo.
Yes. So, meron kaming antisocial energy sa bus lagi. So, hiwa-hiwalay, wala munang pansina. So, we were studying the music, rehearsing it, memorizing it. Kasi in the evening, we have to perform it as if we've rehearsed it maybe for a week or two.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay.
So, yeah, that's
Life
it.
is full of surprises.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Okay, let's go back to the Choral Festival. This year, for the first time, my choral composition competition din kayong inilunsad. Ano ang layunin ng bagong segment na ito at paano ito nakaugnay sa vision ni Professor Veneracion for nurturing Filipino musical creativity?
Yung una sa lahat, ang nangyari sa Philippine Madrigal Singers, because nga ang basis, ang inspiration is a magical form. Choral music is not part of Filipino culture per se, no? But somehow through the Philippine Madrigal Singers, we kind of Filipinized it. So we have certain conductors, composers in the past who would create music following the madrigal form. So ang mabilis ang pumapasok sa isipan ko ay ang music ni national artist Ramon Santos na tuksuhan na polyphonic style. At naging bahagi ng proseso ng Madrigal Singers also na nanganganak ng mga bagong kompositor sa Pilipinas. Siguro dahil na-expose ka sa maraming types of music from all parts of art history, nadidevelop yung ganoong sensibilidad at nagiging magagaling na kompositor. And then dahil sa work ng Philippine Madrigal Singers, I think we've transcended beyond the borders ng Pilipinas. So ang influence ng Madrigal Singers really ay malawak, global. So we would hear stories of choirs performing, rehearsing. Like there's one from South Africa, I remember, na nagsasabi sila na before sila mag-rehearse, manonood muna sila ng videos ng Philippine Madrigal Singers to take inspiration from us. So malawak na yung influence. So itong bagong composition competition na ito ay pumapasok dun sa tinitingnan na role ng Madrigal Singers, not just also sa Philippines but also sa pagbigay ng inspirasyon sa mundo.
I see.
One cute thing about this composition competition is that we received compositions na ang intention nila, kasi part of the composition competition, yung mananalo na 3 ay ipa-perform ng Philippine Madrigal Singers during the festival. So we will choose 3 out of these compositions and the Mads will perform it. May isang composition na pinadala na may sulat na parang just the idea of having the Philippine Madrigal Singers perform my music, parang malaki na yon para sa kanya.
Malaking karangalan.
So
Okay.
parang ang pakiramdam ko, siguro pag feeling niya nagustuhan ni Sir Mark yung kanyang music, kahit hindi siya manalo, basta ma-perform ng Mads, okay na sa kanya yan.
Nanalo na siya.
Yes. But it's also interesting na maraming Pinoy ang sumasali at makita mo talaga yung influence both ng music na nagagawa ng Philippine Madrigal Singers and yung connection nila sa Philippine culture. So bahagi ito ng aming desire din na magpatuloy na ma-develop natin ang ating choral literature.
Yes,
So,
yes. Oo.
yun.
Okay. So paano niyo pinipili ang mga kalahok sa Choral Festival? May auditions ba? At gaano ka-inclusive ang application process, especially for those coming from grassroots or amateur groups?
Sa Andrea Veneracion International Choral Festival, ang naiiba dito, hindi ito kagaya ng sabihin na natin karamihan sa choral festivals na kapag gusto mo sumali, tanggap ka na. Meron naman talagang mga ganong competition na ang intensyon ay mapalaganap yung pagkanta at mabuti nga na maaari kang sumali doon kahit di ka kagalingan kasi nabibigyan ka ng feedback, nabibigyan ka ng rating kung ano pa yung kailangan mong pabutihin. Pero dito sa AOV-ICF, merong preliminary screening. So, kailangan unang magpadala ng video ng koro na kumakanta. Pagkatapos, depende doon sa pagtasa doon sa kanilang performance, saka pa lang sila mapapabilang sa competition itself. No? Kaya merong nagsasabi na ang hirap makapasok sa AOV-ICF at lalo nang mahirap daw manalo, lalong-lalo na doon sa ibang mga Asian Grand Prix festivals, meron pa rin mga Pilipinong koro na nananalo. Kung doon sa ibang choral festivals na nanalo na yung mga Pilipino, di lalo na pag dito sa Pilipinas gagawin. And at the same time, merong 6 na kategorya ngayon. No? So, dati kasi 3 lang. At doon sa 6 na kategorya, kailangan sabihin mo kung saan ka papasok. Kaya kailangan ipakita rin nila na tama yung kanilang performance para doon sa kategorya na gusto nilang salihan.
Yeah, na-mention nga na you have children's choir, equal voices, folk song and indigenous music, mixed choir, musika sacra, and popular music.
Yes.
So all of these categories, like very briefly, can you describe each category?
I will leave that to
Okay.
Joy.
So, children's choir category, as the name suggests, ay para sa mga bata. This is the first time that we're doing it for AOV because we also wanted to, give them opportunities na magkaroon ng ganitong karanasan. Especially because we also have children's choirs who are really, really making waves, internationally. Yung pangalawa, equal voices category ay para sa mga choirs composed of, your choir is composed of the sopranos and the altos lang, or the tenors and the basses. So,
I see.
magkukumpit sila. So, they are given for this particular competition. For the children's choir competition, by the way, there is a compulsory piece for this year. So, we asked a Philippine Madrigal Singers alumna to arrange a folk song na kakantay nila. Ang folk song na kilalang-kilala, nanay, tatay. And then for the equal voices category, they are mostly will be performing from the Renaissance, Baroque to Romantic period, mga ganong klaseng music. The next one is folk song and indigenous music. Ito bago din ito for AOV. Not necessarily, pero we had to add na indigenous music. Not necessarily folk song dahil may kaunting vagueness ngayon sa phrasing, sa word na ito.
At kailangan isa doon sa perform nila, Philippine
Folk song.
folk song.
Yes, so Philippine folk song para ma-promote ang Philippine material natin. And then, what's the next?
Equal voice.
Mixed
voice.
choir.
Mixed choir category. So, ito ang isa sa parang pinakamahirap na competition yata sa AOV. Dito ang may
Pinakamaraming sumali.
sumasali. So, SATB, buong choir, you have sopranos, altos, and tenors, and basses. This is the more challenging. We have the compulsory piece here. For this year, we have the national artist for music, Ryan Kayabyab, na nag-create ng piece for this year's competition.
Ang title ay Umay Gulay.
Oh my gulay.
Yes.
That's very Ryan.
May kwento yun kung bakit may title.
Okay.
And then the last...
There's musika sacra.
There's two. The musika sacra is sacred music.
Okay.
The Philippines being known as a religious and Christian
Yes.
country, so parang tiningnan namin na gawing bahagi din ito ng festival. And then the last one, popular music.
Popular
New
music,
category.
So this is also new. So for pop, jazz, if you want to perform something from any musical, things like that.
Okay. Alright. Okay, so para sa mga gustong makisaya sa inyo mula August 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. August 20 to 24. Ano ang highlights ng festival na dapat abangan ng audiences? Bukas ba ito sa publiko? At paano sila makakadalo sa events like the gala concert or the competition proper?
Ang pagsisimula ng competition will be on August 20 and then it will close on August 24 for the awarding ceremony. And also on August 24, merong concert ang Philippine Madrigal Singers. But I'll go to that. Yung competitions itself will be from August 21 to 23. Merong mga competition sa umaga, meron din sa hapon. Pagkatapos ang competition para sa taong ito ay magaganap sa Ateneo, Manila University. Pangunahing venue ay ang Hyundai Hall ng Arete. Pero kasama rin yung Doreen Block Box, kasama rin ang Costca Chapel, ang Church of the Jesu, at yung depende kung saang kategorya ka, yun doon magaganap yung competition. Halimbawa, yung musika sakra doon sa Church of the Jesu para mas angkop yung mga awitin doon. Ang karamihan sa mga competition ay bukas sa publiko, pero yung konsyerto ng Philippine Madrigal Singers ay kailangang may ticket para panood.
At saan naman sila makakakuha ng ticket?
Makukuha ang ticket sa Ticket World at sa CCP box office.
Okay.
Yun pong competitions ay with tickets also. But there are activities we included since 2023. Pinasok rin namin ng isang project na yung we have international jury kasi for this. So dahil nandito sila sa Pilipinas, we maximize their presence.
Yes.
So bawat isa sa kanila ay kilala sa choral world. So we ask them to give a masterclass or a workshop. And these masterclasses and workshops are free. Pero syempre, limitado sa mga tao. Ito rin yung parang sagot namin doon sa mga choirs or mga korista na posibleng hindi ka pa pwede na mag-compete. So you might want to attend these workshops para parang upskilling. No? So that's it. Yes, and then of course yung...
And the master classes will also be in Ateneo?
Yes, same. So may 4 na master classes, yung nabanggit ni Sir Dennis na may competitions ng August 21, 22, and 23. On August 21 and 22, may 4 na master classes, so they may choose kung saan sila doon. And on the last day of the competitions, may 2 master classes. One is it's voice masterclass. So, pwede silang pumili kung anong kailangan nila.
Okay.
We will be announcing these things then.
May isang pagbabago rin sa taong ito na maaring abangan ng mga manonood. Magkakaroon ng tinatawag na festival choir. Humihingi ng 4 na kasali mula sa iba't ibang koro. Pagkatapos, magtatanghal din sila dun sa last day. So, sama-sama yung lahat ng mga kasama mula sa iba't ibang koro bilang bahagi ng festival choir.
Wow, ang galing naman. Napaka-unifying din.
Yes, that's the idea.
Yeah. Well, maraming salamat sa pagdalaw ninyo sa aming programa, Dennis and Joey. And of course, we wish you all the best for the success of the AOV International Choral Festival next week. Sana ay dumalo lahat ng mga tao sa Ateneo. At sana maimbitahin din namin yung mga winners sa aming programa. Okay, hint. Hanggang sa susunod na linggo, samahan ninyo kami ulit dito sa Art to Art, kung saan ang usapang sining at kultura ay para sa lahat. Ito po ang inyong balerina ng bayan, Lisa Macuja Elizalde, nagpupugay sa artistang Pilipino.